What up, everybody? It is Christmas Eve, otherwise known as December 23rd. So I'm trying to get in the holiday spirit because I feel like I haven't really been festive at all. So I'm gonna bake some Christmas cookies. I'm gonna make some spritz cookies. So now that we have that creamed pretty good, we are going to add the egg and vanilla. So I don't know how y'all like to crack eggs. I do it kind of crazy, but you know, it gets the job done. And then we're gonna add so it's just one egg, and then we're gonna add one teaspoon of almond extract or vanilla. I like almond better. So we're gonna start with a teaspoon. Honestly, you're definitely gonna want more than a teaspoon because if you only do a teaspoon, that's not gonna go very far flavor-wise. So we'll start there. We'll start mixing and then we will add some more as we go. All right, so we mixed it pretty good, but now I'm gonna add probably 2 more teaspoons. So you're gonna take a separate bowl, you're gonna get your sifter. I almost said Swifter, shout out my girl T-Swizzle. And then we're gonna gradually blend in the dry ingredients which have been sifted together. So we're gonna sift them right now. So we need 2 1/4 cups flour. So we'll start with that. And a great step when you're baking, you always wanna level off because as they say, baking is an exact science. We're gonna tap, 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 and just shoosh. Essentially the rest of it off in the bag, but I'm gonna do it actually in the bag so I don't spill. So then I'm gonna do that for the rest of the 2 1/4 cups. So next we're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt, just this little baby guy. Make sure it's teaspoon, not tablespoon, or your cookies will be jank. All right, there's the salt, 1/2 teaspoon. And finally, our last ingredient. I am so excited. It is a 1/4, so 1/4 teaspoon. Is it gonna focus? No. I guess it's kind of dark in here. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So mine looks like this. Make sure it's baking powder, not soda, because that will mess it up and they won't cook right. All right guys, so I finally went and got my camera. So now we're just gonna sift it and we're just gonna turn the crank and just let it. And you can also do this. This is kind of faster sometimes. It still will work. You can turn the crank, but I think that takes longer. As you can see, after you sift it, it looks like a nice, it looks so light and fluffy, so maybe that's what sifting it does. Honestly, I don't know, couldn't tell you, sorry. But so now that that's done, we can add that to our wet ingredients and we're gonna mix them all up. I usually add a little bit before I turn the mixer on. So we're just gonna add some in. Okay, as you can see here, it looks pretty dry and crumbly, but just keep mixing and it'll all come together. So at this point, I'm done mixing it. I really don't care anymore because again, it keeps flying everywhere. There's some butter still on the spatula, but whatever. So this is what it looks like, and it's pretty smooth. It looks kind of like look at how nice it looks. Ooh. Now I'm gonna get the green dye because we're gonna dye them because we're making little tree spritz cookies. So let's see. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. Let's see. And then we're gonna grab, we'll do some little non-perils. I'm eating the dough that fell on the counter. That's pretty good. It tastes a little powdery, so I'm actually gonna, I guess I'll blend it a little bit more. I don't want to, I'm over it. I'm literally so over it. I think filming it makes it just take so much longer. So I'm doing this for you guys, but it's okay. I feel like I sound so sassy with everything. I'm not it's all good. We're all good. Christmas vibes. I'm trying some more dough that fell out. It's pretty good. Kind of salty, but I think that's how these kinds of cookies are supposed to be. So honestly, I'm over it. So we're gonna add some food coloring dye to some classic Ooh Ah McCormick green. Okay, we're gonna focus. There we go. Again, I feel like I sound so sassy in this. I'm not angry, guys. I don't know why I'm being sassy. Maybe my personality is just coming out through the camera today. I'm feeling bold. So we're just gonna add a couple drops. All right, and there we have it, folks. Here's our green cookie batter. I'm gonna preheat the oven right now. I didn't do it before because I'm already really hot and it gets hot in here when our oven's lit. So I'm gonna light it right now. We're gonna light our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So now for our cookies, we're gonna use an ungreased cookie sheet, and that's just cookie sheets, I think typically are like this, where they're like square with raised edges. So yeah, you just don't need to grease it or anything, you're just ready to go. Happiest Christmas tree, as my sister would say. And then there you have it, and you can see the tree shape. The dough like kind of keeps it in place. Just fill it up pretty good. You don't have to get it all the way because you probably won't have room. And then we're gonna screw our top on. So yeah, I think you just wanna crank it a little bit until you start seeing it come out the edges, and then you can pull up, and that's when you get the nicer shape like some of these. Here's our first tray. Not the best, but there's some bad ones in here, but there's some good ones too. Now I just have some little non-perils, and I'm just gonna sprinkle a few. Okay, here they are all decked out. We decked the halls all right. We lit up the trees. Okay, you're just gonna bake them for 10 to 12 minutes. And again, that's at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I think this batch looks really good. There's some big fatties, but there's a lot of good shaped ones. So that's them. We're gonna wait for the others to come out of the oven, and then we'll put these in. Our oven is too hot sometimes, so this first batch got burnt, kind of salty about it. They look cute though, they're just crusty and dusty. Okay, so they don't really look golden, but I think they're good. Like, look at them. And I felt one and they feel like dry, they feel like a good texture. So there we go. I ended up cranking the oven down a bunch and only did maybe closer to 10 minutes. I don't know, but I cranked the oven down a bunch. All the cookies are done. It makes so many. It would have made even more had I not burnt the first batch. But honestly, I don't feel responsible because I did what the instructions said. But here they are, fun and festive, right? Hope you all enjoyed. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace.